Hey everybody, what's going on? Wanted to make a quick video going over a topic that I think is incredibly important that people tend to sort of miss sometimes, especially when they get started and they're brand new. And as somebody that's been in this business for 10 years, a decade, 5 years as a broker at Nolan Transportation, one of the top three biggest brokerages in the United States, and then 5 years being a freight factor, I can say to you, and working in other industries as well, I can wholeheartedly say to you that the people that are the most organized are the people that make the most money. The more organized you are, the quicker you can execute, and the quicker you can execute, the more money that you're going to make. And you really got to be a master of your tools. Don't complain about the tools you don't have. Start utilizing and mastering the tools that you do have, and you'll be more efficient and you'll make more money. So let's go over this in terms of something that if you're a new carrier or a seasoned carrier and you need to figure out, how can I level up being more organized? So talking about your personal lane history logbook. What is your personal lane history logbook? What does that look like for you as a carrier, from the loads that you're doing with brokers, carrier sales reps at those brokerages, and then shippers and the relationships that you have with shippers and that you're going to be developing in the future or you have currently. But really the idea is, you can't live off of the load board. You can't. You need to build your own load board, and I'm going to show you what that looks like right here, right now. So let's come over here, and this is legitimately my Excel sheet from when I was a carrier sales rep working at the brokerage Nolan Transportation. And basically, I'm itemizing this for you so you can understand as clearly as possible. I guess I can move over here. Well, we'll get into that in a second. What we have here are just the simple mechanics, and you need to build a sheet like this for yourself to stay organized. What I'm referring to is, we got column A right here. That's your pickup location, your shipping locations. Column E, that's your delivery locations, cities and states. That's what we have here. So right here, we have New Concord, Ohio, point A, origination. Taylor, Pennsylvania, point B, delivery location. I did a load with a carrier, Jones Express, MC number, contact name is Dan, telephone number is there, his email is here. He likes doing loads on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. I guess Friday and Monday, I guess I could have just done, I'm not quite sure why I have F-M, but anyway, these are the notes that I put in here. He has a flatbed, 48 foot. I've saved his equipment type, and I've done this load with him, looks like on October the 3rd, 2019, and I gave it to him for $1,200. I've logged it in my logbook. You're not just carrying around a bunch of Raycons and you're flipping through them and being like, oh, I did a Raycon with this guy. Let's find his phone number. I did a Raycon with this guy. After, not even after, when you're on site at the shipper, you need to be logging this data into your own Excel sheet and saving it. Because if this is a load that, let's say I'm a broker and I sold this to a carrier off of a load board originally, but why would I post it if he does it on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays? So let's say I booked him on it on a Monday, beginning of the week, and I did that by posting it on the load board, and it's out there, and I found this guy. His name is Dan, and I gave him the load for $1,200. Well, if he likes doing them on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays and Fridays, let's say it's Wednesday now, as opposed to me posting it on the load board and getting bazillion phone calls in. Why don't I just call Dan, chit chat with him real quick and be like, hey Dan, what's up? You did a load for me on Monday. Today is Wednesday. I got another one of these. If your truck is available, do you have availability? Would you like to do another one for the same rate that we did the one on Monday for? $1,200, because I've saved that information. Yeah, I would like to do that for $1,200. Okay, great. I'll send you the Raycon. I have your email right here. You've already done the carrier setup packet. Everything's locked and loaded. We're being efficient. So that's the idea. You guys need to build your own Excel sheet, and we're going to dive into it more. And again, this isn't rocket science. Even if you don't book the load with the broker on the phone, you say, "Hey, broker, I'm calling in on your posted load on the load board. Hey, I see this one posted. Yeah, that one's actually already been covered. Hey, that's fine. What'd you get it covered for?" He's going to lowball you. But it doesn't really matter. You can see how much they posted the cash for, and then just record their information. The guy's name was Dan. His phone number's here. His MC number for the brokerage is there. I already see his email. His email was listed on the posting for the posted load. I'm just going to copy and paste that and put it in my Excel sheet, and I'll save it for later. That way, I can call him on Monday. I can call him on Wednesday. I can call him on Friday and be like, "Hey, man, last week you had a load posted up on a Monday. Today's Friday, but I was seeing if you have a load available for next week on Monday. I saw that you had it posted last week. I saved all of your information." This way, you're saving those locations. Obviously, headquarters, for example, with this example here, I have this lane history for a load that I'm moving for, I don't know, let's say Walmart. I'm moving a load from them, and they just need Nestle bottled water moved from New Concord, Ohio to Taylor, Pennsylvania. And again, you can see this A's, B's, right? Pickup, delivery. So with this information, I forget where I was about to go with that. I was going to go into a story, but anyway, continuing on, this is what you guys need to do. What's another bullet point here? We have Medina, Ohio, shipper location, Steele, Alabama. Found a carrier. His name was John. Got his phone number. Got his email. He likes to do them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. He's a dry van, 53-footer. I sold it to him for $1,600. Okay, cool. I saved his MC number. We got a carrier name, and then we got the date that the last time that he did it. And I have it notated that he did it on a Monday. So it's just staying organized. So as a carrier, let's say your headquarters is Atlanta. Your column A, for the most part, is going to be maybe greater Atlanta. Anybody that lives there, there's areas called Roswell, Kennesaw, Gwinnett, South Atlanta. They're, within 100 mile, maybe 150 mile radius, but that's a big, good shipping city. It's a good shipping city. But if you're a carrier, your column A, for the most part, is going to be that greater Atlanta area, or that greater Mobile, Alabama area, or that greater Chicago area, greater Jacksonville, Florida area. And obviously, column A will always, for the most part, be the same, plus or minus a deadhead of maybe 100 miles, if the price is right, okay? But you're staying organized with this column B right here, your delivery locations. And when you're talking to brokers, you're saving their phone number, you're saving their name, you're saving their email address, you're saving what they posted it with cash, how much did they post it for, so you can reference it 3 weeks later and try to get that same good rate. So I'm going to post this link, and anybody that has access to this link, click into this and steal the information and use it as your own. Here's a really good template. I basically just took out all the data, and you can use this. So I'm going to try to set this up where you could just download it and delete the data, and you can just fill it in for what it is right here, or I'll convert this to an Excel sheet and you can just download it. We'll figure that out. I'll do this when this is posted a little bit later, but let's go over it a little bit more detail. This is me using some color coordination for myself back in the day, but again, let's just kind of walk through it and explain it, because at the end of the day, you will make more money the more organized you are. So let's go over it in some more detail. This one, I don't really have the A to B set up, but this is your shipping location, shipper, pickup location. And then over here, we have a delivery location. So just starting at the top, we have New Concord, Ohio, Jones Express. I guess that's Dan again, $1,200. Okay, so we'll go down to this one right here, 5, Medina, Ohio, Steele, Alabama. We got it for a 53-foot dry van, $1,600. We have Wooster, Ohio. We have the name of the carrier's MC number, Maysville, Kentucky. Point of contact, his name was Matt. Saved his phone number, saved his email. The guy likes this lane, and he's the man. Those are notations that I put in there that maybe he was chill and cool talking to him on the phone. So I'm like, hey, this guy, I'm going to put him at the top of the list. I'm not going to post it on the load board. I'm going to call Matt first, see if he has availability to do this on Monday, do this on Tuesday, call him, pre-book 2 days before and say, hey man, you got this load, or excuse me, is your truck available? So I'm giving you sort of the perspective of me being the broker. This is how I'm selling my loads to carriers, not even using the load board. I'm booking anywhere between 15 to 25 loads a day doing what I'm describing to you right now. And I'm saving all the information. This guy has a 53-foot dry van. He did it on September 12th. I paid him $775. Looks like it is a 2 drop, so I need to pay him additional money. And maybe I have a $1,400 right here, so maybe I'm actually paying him $1,400, not $775. Again, at the end of the day, you guys can click through all this. It's kind of a little bit's kind of ugly with formatting, but really just understanding these are the data points that you need as a carrier to keep in mind. Hey, what's that pickup location? Notate it. What's that delivery location? Notate it. Put in the price that it was posted up for the cash that was available. Obviously, your equipment type, you're going to put it there. Additional notes that you need to put in. And it's not rocket science, and it really goes back to you can't live off of the load board. You can, but you need to diversify. And by diversifying, you're using the load board to its maximum potential, and you're staying organized and being efficient, because the people that are the most organized are the people that are going to make the most money. So that's my quick and dirty little video. I hope this was educational. I hope this was thought-provoking to help you stay better organized, because you're going to make more money if you build a personal lane history logbook with brokers, carrier sales reps, and shippers that you're just putting them all in there, whether they're loads that you call on and you don't win, you don't get that business, or there are loads that you call on, you do get that business, and you put it in there. And you need to be logging it in your history book and just staying organized. And that's the way to make more money. And I hope you do. If you got more questions, hit me up. Talk to you later.